Before the dual Xeon PC and pile of ThinkPads, I had this 2007 15-inch MacBook Pro. I bought this laptop on my first ever visit to Free Geek Chicago, may they rest in peace, for $85. I was so excited to finally have my own computer that I could upgrade, edit videos on, with pirated Final Cut Pro, play Minecraft, and even Call of Duty 4. So, join me today as I relive some of my first computing nostalgia.
The 2007 MacBook Pro 15-inch was a powerhouse for its time, blending sleek design with impressive performance. This model was part of Apple's transition to Intel processors from the PowerPC PowerBooks of the past, marking a significant leap in performance and efficiency. So let's start with design. The 2007 MacBook Pro featured a robust aluminum body, which not only looked premium, but also provided durability. The 15.4-inch display was a standout feature with its 1440 by 900 resolution, offering crisp and vibrant visuals that were perfect for both professional work and everyday entertainment. Around the edges, the MacBook Pro came equipped with a range of ports, a MagSafe power connector, Gigabit Ethernet, FireWire 400, FireWire 800, and two USB 2.0 ports, as well as a DVI output, express card slot, as well as a DVD drive. Under the hood, the 2007 MacBook Pro was powered by Intel's Core 2 Duo processors, with options ranging from 2.2 GHz to 2.4 GHz. This was paired with 2 GB of RAM, which was upgradable to 4, and storage options starting from 120 gigs. Graphics were handled by an NVIDIA GeForce 8600M GT, making it capable of handling graphic-intensive tasks at the time. For many, including myself, this laptop was a fantastic introduction to working with hardware. The ability to upgrade the RAM and hard drive and redo the thermal paste meant you could easily extend its life and performance, a valuable skill for any budding tech enthusiast. The MacBook Pro also came with macOS 10 Tiger, initially. Mine is currently running El Capitan. From a software perspective, the 2007 MacBook Pro was a dream, if your dream is Apple products. It came bundled with iLife, which included iPhoto, iMovie, GarageBand, and more, providing a suite of creative tools right out of the box. But for someone like me, I went with the classic Pirate Final Cut Pro approach, which worked great. When I originally bought this MacBook Pro, it had 2 GB of RAM and a 5400 RPM spinning hard drive. I was quick to upgrade the RAM to 4 GB and install a 240 GB SSD to speed up the machine. I primarily used the laptop connected to a second monitor with an external keyboard and mouse, but that didn't stop me from bringing it over to friends' houses to play games or work on random techie things. Something that did stop me was the battery health. I think at its best, this MacBook Pro would last 3 hours on battery, but over years and time, the battery is now completely shot, meaning I have to use it plugged into power, which is a real shame because I love the form factor and design of this laptop. The keyboard is very similar to the best keyboards of all time, found on ThinkPads of this era, and it is the same keyboard as the PowerBook G4, which is my favorite Apple laptop ever. I really miss my 12-inch one. This means I wholeheartedly endorse this keyboard. Here's a fun fact. This laptop is home to my highest level save of Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, because Steam doesn't support cloud save on it. I beat the campaign on this laptop and sunk hours and hours into online play and prestige. Unfortunately, nowadays, the game is essentially dead, with very little server activity. But when I tried to launch the game on the MacBook Pro, Steam refused to work. And that's when I found out that Steam doesn't support macOS El Capitan anymore. So I can't play any Steam games on that laptop, which means my save file is stuck forever. Despite being so obsolete, this MacBook Pro actually did a pretty decent job editing 1080p video on Final Cut Pro when I was using it as my main machine. The biggest flaw came when it was time to export though. Very long export times, but it did the job for this channel and school projects before I had my custom PC.
Unfortunately, the MacBook Pro does not hold up today, as most software no longer supports LCAP, and the original Core 2 Duo is a dinosaur compared to even modern budget laptops running Pentiums. Additionally, my unit is now having issues with the screen getting all screwy. Luckily, it goes away after smacking the DVD drive. Despite all these cons, there's still something very special about the device. It's from an iconic time period of Apple products. You would have seen this in the Apple Store next to the original iPhone, iPod Classic, original Mac Pro, and the first aluminum iMac. Back in 2007, Apple products with the Pro name were actually designed for professional use and boasted vast upgrade options as well as a more premium aluminum chassis compared to the entry-level devices. Both the MacBook and MacBook Pro featured replaceable batteries that could be swapped without taking apart the computer, as this was pretty standard practice in the laptop industry at the time. They just don't make them like they used to. If you go out and buy a brand new MacBook Pro, what you get is what you get. There's no possible upgrade options. At least, there isn't one that doesn't require micro soldering. 8 years ago, I purchased this laptop for $85. And today in 2024, you can find similar examples selling on eBay for around $100 or more. This is a forever device for me. I'll always associate fond memories and foundational learning experiences with this laptop, which is kind of ironic because I'm a massive modern Apple hater. Kids getting new Macs today will never experience the joy and satisfaction of upgrading your computer with your own hands and a few screwdrivers so that it'll stick by your side for a couple more years. Or being shocked that a $30 battery off eBay now frees your MacBook from the outlet. The one thing I still use this machine for is macOS's disk utility for burning DVDs and boot CDs. LCAP's disk utility is fairly decent, which is why I choose to use it, but nothing comes close to the perfection that is macOS Leopard's disk utility. I mean, just look at it. The burn button is a nuke. So, yeah, this MacBook Pro is probably why I have a problem with buying Core 2 Duo laptops, although my ThinkPads run way better because they're running Ubuntu Mate and not outdated obsolete LCAP. Hate to end the video on a sour note, but sadly the screen issue I said was easily fixed has evolved into an issue that won't fix just by slapping it. Yes, this is the official retirement video. Rest in peace, Pebble Sticker MacBook Pro.